this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Degraman. Try number 3. Please. 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 Just let me get to castle, please. Alright. Alright, we're not Eve. Chico. Alright. We got... I should... Is there a guide? Look up? Have I done that choice? This has got to be a dream? Time freezing, water flowing out of nowhere, a strange light, and 2 unbelievably attractive men. The strange phenomena can only mean one thing. This is a dream. As I struggle with a slight bout of dizziness, I smile. We have to go. Come on. Wow, 2 handsome men beckoning me to come with them. I'd be insane not to follow suit. The moment I stand up, the tall one fetches a jacket from the bench and tosses it on. I was lying on it, sitting on it. Even though this is likely all a hallucination, that was affection I felt. He spared me his jacket and probably freezing right now. And yeah, I thought he was trying to show off his killer guns and splendiferous physique. Then another realization hits me, and I flush red. The fragrance I delighted in as I laid face down. Okay, there's sparkles again. I don't know what that means. As I laid face down his jacket, it was the scent of his body. Is this all really just a dream? Are these through my subconscious desire for man's attention? It would certainly make sense considering how attractive they are. If that's the case, perhaps this dream could be a little more lucid. I had stumbled upon a book about lucid dreaming some time ago. Apparently, you can control these types of dreams simply by using your imagination. These choices! Purple Eyes should show more. The tall one should remove his jacket and his shirt. Both should perform a striptease given to the inspiration. I'm so tempted to be like Purple Eyes. Given to inspiration, what does that mean? Despite how attractive I am to both of them, some rather strange ideas began seeping into my mind. My imagination presents me with a beautiful scene. The tall one slowly pulls Joyce's Ulysses from his pocket and begins reading it out loud, while Purple Eyes draws swans on the cobblestone with blue chalk. I shake my head trying to refocus on something less weird. Your purse. The tall man's voice pulls me out of my reverie as he hands me my purse. It's a shame my idea didn't work, so nobody ever said you'd be successful in your first try. Deep in thought, I began rummaging through my purse. There has to be a clue in here somewhere. They didn't just hand it to me for no reason. Figures, one minute you're saving her and the very next she's checking her purse. Why don't you check your virginity while you're at it? It's not surprising my subconsciousness would be worried about the loss of my virtue. I continue scrounging around in my purse and my mind's attention to detail is astounding. Everything's so vividly clear in this dream. While I'm spotting my phone, I look at the time. It's 7 at night. Missed calls 24, messages 67. Well, if this really is a dream, then it's a pretty realistic one. Let's see, the last message from my mom. It's amazing how I can actually read in this dream. That's not normal, is it? Seems my subconsciousness is beginning to speak to me and is clearly hinting at something. Yeah, I still don't understand the rules of what's happening to me here. But no matter what's going on in reality or not, I can't ignore my mom, so I send her a message. Something's senseless and silly. Mom, he has a Maserati. Maserati! She immediately replies, I won't wait up for you tonight. This were real, that shouldn't have worked. Nevertheless, I'm not an inch closer to figuring out this conundrum. At least Mom's responses give me some leeway. Are we going or are we staring at your phone? Come on. I hope the dreams that are awaiting me are exciting adventures. Humming softly to myself, I follow the 2 men. Wow, there's even a metro in this dream, and people bustling around during rush hour too. It seems I'm even getting myself into awkward situations in my dreams now. My nose pressed up against someone's very chiseled chest. And it feels nice. Focusing in on my senses, I freeze. Someone else is touching me, incredibly curious to spin around. And I am unsurprisingly met with the 2 piercing purple eyes. Although Bushy Brows is glaring at me scornfully, he's still holding on to me along with his pumped up buddy. I can't believe I'm sandwiched between the men of my dreams. Being held by them is definitely nicer than sitting in this crowd all alone. I could hug her! I could hug! Bro, we're sticking to the dream. Hug the tall guy. We're trying to go for castle. But the friendly tall brunette draws my attention even more, so I turn my back to Purple Eyes and put my hands on the big guy's waist. Unfortunately, the difference in height makes it difficult to comfortably place my hands on his shoulder. Leaning against his chest, I find... Imagine She's thinking this is all a dream, and they're like, what the fuck? Leaning against his chest, I find myself reveling in the wonderful smell of his fresh, young, strong body. I'm so enraptured with the experience that I don't even notice Purple Eye's displeased grumblings behind me. We ride the train past a couple of stations before getting off, and the boys are mostly silent. Still, I can't believe how strange this dream is. Maybe I need to start sleeping in an air-conditioned room? Our unusual company continues into an office building which is connected to the subway. We're swimming against the flow of office plankton when Purple Eyes uses a card of some sort to get us through a turnstile. I have no idea what to expect when the short one begins opening the door at the end of the hallway. Welcome to the Asylum of Perverts. Yes, this is exactly what I had hoped for. What? Up until this point, I had been plagued with doubt over whether this was actually a dream or not. Too many realistic things have happened for it to be anything but reality. But now I truly believe that this is all just a dream. And not just any dream, but one I used to have all the time. An obsessive dream that would visit me every night and instantly be forgotten the very next morning. It was only when it would visit me again the following night that I would remember ever having it before. The corridor in which I now find myself has me itching with a suspicion that this isn't quite real. I can't help but think that the very same set of colored doors will be greeting me just around the corner. Then one of the doors opens and a peculiar young man steps out. Hello, my dear Michiko, please come with me. There he is, the next conductor of this melodious dream. Unquestioningly, I follow the man into an office. This all feels so vivid yet surreal, just like the rest of my dream, considering the endless corridors and beautiful people within them. The view from the window shouldn't be cause for concern, especially since the construction site off in the distance doesn't match up with what I saw in the office building earlier. Turning to the man, I look at him quizzically. Name's Ein. It's nice to meet you. That said, why don't we skip the formalities? He holds out his hand to me. Staring at it for a few moments, I notice how big it is and that his long fingers are covered with calluses, likely from the frequent use of a pen. So many little details. Can I give a piece of candy? I begin to dig through my pockets in search of a piece of candy to plop into Ein's hand, but come up empty. Figures, my dream is once again refusing to obey me. Ein's hands linger outstretched before me, and in what I assume is an attempt to lighten the mood, he proceeds to shake his own head instead. He's so serious and businesslike about it that it feels like he's trying to show me how one should properly react when offered a handshake. What ridiculous nonsense. It's been a couple of minutes and not a single thing of interest has happened. Maybe it's time to take matters into my own hands. Demand action? The pacing of this dream doesn't suit me well. I want adventure. Maybe I should try influencing events again. Though perhaps I should try being a little more direct. I've already checked out the office and hallways, so when does the fun start? Now would be a good time. Very well then. We have been acquainted. Perhaps that is enough. The others are waiting for you. I did not talk to that man whatsoever. Any interest present in Ein's eyes has vanished. Now seeming distant, he leads me out the office and opens the door on the other side of the corridor. Upon looking in, I happily step forward. I have no idea where this is taking me. As the door opens, I am instantly blasted with music. It's odd that I was unable to hear from both the corridor and Ein's study. The room is dimly lit, only illuminated by bright spotlights, and is filled with a smoky haze. The music stops and a warm, lively voice calls out from the awkward silence. Hello, Michiko. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Ryu. Ryu takes my hand and pulls me into the room, leading me along while holding on tight. The floor is strangely soft and I almost lose my footing as I pulled along, but this small yet strong hand holds me steady. I can't help but stare at this friendly man. Compared to everyone else, he's so bright and unique, with a perfect combination of Asian and European features and absolutely flawless skin. I already read this before, why am I not able to skip? Ryu beams cheerfully, a whole spectrum of pleasant emotions radiating from his lighted face. You're just in time, we'll be here soon. Those scoundrels weren't looking after you at all, were they? I feel like I am just rewinding every time when I'm playing a new route. Oh, food! Although whenever I dream up a delicious delicacy, I always wake up before I can taste it. Naturally and assuredly, Ryu holds my hand firmly as he leads me through the room, which is absolutely immense. I take a look around as we go. Another man reclines on the floor in what looks to be an extremely uncomfortable position. He's drawing something in his sketchbook, and there are pencils laying right next to him. This is Victor. Please be respectful and only call him by his name, not Vic or Vicky or anything like that. That penetrating gaze. I freeze a moment. I catch the quick snake-like motion of his tongue licking his lips, and the piercing in it as it glistens moistly. Ew, I know people don't like the word moist. I don't care for that word. But seeing and hearing me say the word moistly seems wrong in a way. In the darkness. It's very nice to meet you. I'm happy to see we finally have a beauty around here. Only in my most pleasant dreams might I hear something so sweet. You can plop down anywhere, by the way. Ryu immediately takes his own advice and sits. I happily sit down after him, take a look at the room from my newfound perspective, and I'm amazed to see all the hidden fantasies now surrounding me. Every guy in here is criminally attractive. If I didn't know any better, I'd think it was a love nest. And here's the source of those fragrant vapors. The flashy man notices me staring at him and then blows a lazy kiss my way. Was his hair always this color? Was it? I've never noticed until now. Playthrough number 3, I'm just now noticing that. The genie is Ragnar. Leave his hookah alone, you're sure to be good friends. To you, okay, I already read this. By the goddess Bastus. What hogwash, I love it. That lifeless lump over there is Sebastian. Not only is he a dancer, but a crab too. What if I had a hair? Okay. Only in my wildest dreams would the man who's laying face down his pillow have such perfect skin. His muffled voice is gentle and yet strangely beautiful. Realizing I'm unable to hear him, I'm Basti, clear no reason. Ryu continues to fly himself in front of me, acquainting my mind with all the idols it can handle. And that's Mark, but he'd be wise to leave him alone. He's pretty cranky, not to mention blah 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 blah. The laugh came out way louder than I wanted, but I don't care. Don't worry about remembering those idiots' names. They'll be kicking the bucket sooner or later. Alright. I laugh. All this is incredibly amusing. Castle, no point in hiding my name since you already know everyone else's. There's my tasty pet. I was missing him already. Ooh, girl, what? The tall one approaches us and shrugs. He's holding several bags of takeout food. It smells even better than it does when I'm awake. Vincent and the castle settle down next to us while Ryu begins to eagerly help unpack the food. It's a tradition of ours to greet new arrivals with food and party. It's interesting how pop culture has affected me. It stopped my need in amusement. Like a predator, Ragnar leaves his hookah behind and creeps in closer before I leap into the bag and confiscating a box of pizza. I listen to Ryu, who is getting more and more animated. Then settling in with supernatural dexterity, gently pops a chunk of stir fry into my mouth. This is amazing. The taste is so vivid. Eat. You need lots of energy. Do you watch superhero movies? Whoa, it's a drawing of me and I'm completely naked! Well, the attention to the detail is astonishing. I can't believe how accurate it is. At least someone has drawn me, even if it is a bit spicy. Thanks. I carefully slipped the drawing into one of the big pockets of my cardigan. I wonder why he gave this to me. Maybe it's really my subconscious telling me that I've finally accepted my own sexuality. At least I'm admitting it, even if it was just a dream. I'm sure all this is pretty confusing to you. Unrealistically, red eyes glance at me sympathetically and my heart instantly begins to race. Yes, completely confused. This route, the girl's a mega chill because she thinks this whole thing is a dream. The way Victor looks at me so casually, perhaps he's a representation of my desire to rebel. Why are you so confused? We're superhumans. We fight super creatures and sometimes even ourselves. The rest is just gravy. You'll understand it all eventually. Looking through Ragnar exhales a cloud of smoke. To be honest, that explanation suits me just fine. Adventure is much more interesting when there's no explanation for what's happening. The dream is no exception. Momentarily distracted by the red-headed cornstalk, I feel an unexpected pout on my knee. Victor's hand is so cool. I can feel it through my tights. Can I just like push it away? I don't want to slap it. It's so sudden that I instinctively push Victor's hand away. Oh, my poor starlet, you have absolutely no one to protect you. Ryu call upon the power of the dumplings. Break the filthy perfect's arms. Ryu jumps up and overpowers Victor, who doesn't offer much resistance. I deserve a kiss. I can't handle but giggle at the merry spectacle. Perhaps you have questions. Thinking about it, it would be stupid not to ask them directly. I'm pretty sure whatever I say will influence what's happening right now anyway. Ask about my superpowers. I'm definitely intrigued by the magics I've seen thus far and wouldn't mind learning such tricks. And there's no better way to steer a dream in the right direction than asking the right question. So, what superpowers do I have? We can't say for sure. It'll take time for them to develop. Well, that sucks. So in this dream world, I'm the only one who can't do anything special. Then the conversation languishes. As we sit in silence, I occasionally notice the guys glancing at me until Victor's phone rings. I have to go, but I hope you'll consider staying with us. Truthfully, this is where you belong with other Kwanzis. A hug. Victor stands up and invitingly opens his arms as friendly spread across his face. I have to refuse. Bye, see you. This may be a dream, but I have no desire to hug Victor. Hugs! With an inarticulate cry and a mouthful of cookies, Ryu runs in, jumps at Victor, and hugs him. They're soon joined by Ragnar, who tosses his long arms around them both. Anyanyan? What? I'm touched by how peaceful this dream is. Morons. I glance around at the rest of the guys. Who are the Kwanzis? Victor mentioned something about them. We're Kwanzis, you are too. And we fight Altids. What are Altids? They attacked you while you were in school, don't you remember? Something vague flashes through my memory, which pulls me from the conversation, trying to digest this strange feeling. I pause. So are you staying with us? I'm already here, aren't I? Why even ask? My girl's so stupid. But again, she's thinking this is all a dream. I have no idea where this is gonna lead me. I have a feeling I'm gonna be in the loner route again. And if I am, I guess we're just gonna randomly pick one of their choices. This is very difficult. I wonder if they actually sent me a guide when they emailed me. And if they did, I could have just been using it this whole time. But instead, I'm just blindly playing it, which I don't mind. But I would really love to eventually hit Castle or Vincent's route eventually, which I don't know how to trigger. But I triggered it in the demo. But I think it's because the demo didn't have the DLC. So you only had limited choices to pick from. Who knows? But this is where we're going to end today's episode off. I feel like this route is actually quite funny. The other one was quite sweet until, you know, I hit the loner route. The other one was kind of messy and, like, angry fueled until I hit the loner route. This, I have a feeling I'm going to hit the loner route again. I just have terrible picking choices. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.